Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be joining us today. We are just about to get started with our webinar, so we'll let folks come into the waiting room from the waiting room and then get started in just a moment. All right, so we're going to go ahead then and get started. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today for our Welcome to UC San Diego series for new students. And today's topic is getting set up in the US, or like as we like to call it, Surf Check Live. My name is Gabi Hoffman. I serve as Senior Director here at the International Services and Engagement Office, and I am joined by Ziyi, who I will let introduce herself here.
Hi everyone, my name is Ziyi. I use she, her. I'm the current undergraduate programs intern here at ISCO. I'm also a fourth year undergraduate student here at UCSC, majoring in business economics.
So we're so lucky to have Ziyi here today. We'll be hosting. We also have some great guests who will also be going over some resources during the presentation, who will introduce themselves when we get to that portion. It's wonderful to have Ziyi, a student here, giving you information from a student for our students. So we're very excited to have her here. All right, so a bit of housekeeping before we begin. Just note that you are all in listen-only mode, so you can hear us, but we cannot hear you. That doesn't mean we don't want to hear from you. So please feel free to ask questions. You can use the Q&A feature to submit those questions. And if you have more detailed questions, you're also welcome to submit a ticket to us at icontact.ucsd.edu. We are recording this webinar, so you will be able to view it later at inewstudentwebinars.ucsd.edu. So just again, before we get going here, I'll briefly go over the Zoom control panel that you all have. If you want to submit a question, you can send it through the Q&A button on your control panel that you should be able to see there. It will be sent privately only to the presenters and the panelists. All presenters will stay on for a few minutes after the webinar to answer any questions that you might have. If we do see common questions come up, we will sometimes read these out loud so that everyone can benefit from the answers. But we will not identify anyone who's asked a specific question by name, so your privacy is protected. So first, I'd like to go over a brief introduction of ISCO, or the International Services and Engagement Office, who are here to support you throughout your time at UC San Diego. ISCO offers a number of different services for our students, including pre-arrival support and orientation, such as the webinar you are all attending today. And we're also the office on campus that will support you in maintaining your status as an international student. To do so, we offer virtual and in-person advising, we process immigration documents, and a number of other services. In addition to that, we also offer a number of programs and events to cultivate globally engaged community here at UC San Diego. Our vision is to foster an inclusive and globally engaged university where all members of the international community have equitable opportunities to achieve their academic, personal, and professional goals that cultivate a culture of global citizenship. Now let's talk about the populations we serve here at ISCO. We are fortunate enough to have a very robust international community here at UC San Diego. We support over 10,000 international students, including both enrolled students, as well as students who are here working after graduation. We also have over 2,000 international faculty and scholars who work here at UC San Diego. And with these international students and scholars, we support over 1,000 international family members during their time here. To do so, we work collaboratively across campus with a number of different partners to support our service population of just under 14,000. But let's take a moment to focus specifically on our international students and who you'll be joining when you come here. As you can see, we have about 8,000 currently enrolled international students with a pretty even split of around 4,000 undergraduate and graduate students, respectively. You can see the most popular academic departments here, as well as places of origin. However, we do have students coming from over 100 different countries, so you are joining a robust international community here at UC San Diego. And I know this slide is very detailed. If you want to visit and learn more about the population you're joining, if you go to our website, under publications, this snapshot is available for you to view. All right, so that's our introduction to ISCO. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ziyi to take it from here.
Great, thanks, Gabby. Hi everyone, again, my name is Z, and I'll just be going over through the content of our serve chat guide. So first thing that I would love to talk about is how to set up a phone account. So here having a US phone number is definitely one of the first things you'll want to take care of when you arrive here, since you'll need it for everything from setting up the bank account to getting around with rideshare apps. We also have a partner joining us in this section who works specifically with international students on getting set up with a phone plan, so definitely stay tuned for that. So here are a few different types of phone providers in the US. Your major providers are AT&T, Verizon's T-Mobile, and Spectrum. These tend to be a little bit more expensive, but they often have faster data speeds. Then you have small providers like Cricket, Boost Mobile, Mint Mobile, which are more budget friendly. Either option will work great, and it really just comes down to your budget and what matters the most to you. When it comes to actually setting up your account, you have two main options. A cell phone plan is a paid monthly contract with a carrier that covers phone calls, texts, and data, and sometimes includes the purchase of a phone. A SIM card, on the other hand, can be purchased for an unlocked phone and works on pay-as-you-go basis, which can be a great flexible plan. There is also Campus Sims, which offers free SIM cards to students with plans starting at $15 a month. You can actually get your US phone number before you leave your home country, which is really convenient. And you can learn more about this at campussims.com and also our subject guide on page 27. So, to set up your phone account, you will need a valid photo ID like a passport, driver's license, or state ID card. Some providers like T-Mobile may ask for your social security number or ITIN for a credit check, but not all providers require this, so don't worry if you don't have one yet. And a few more things to keep in mind. You may need proof of your current address, like a utility bill, bank statement, or rental agreement. If you're transferring for your number from another carrier, make sure that you have your old account number and PIN handy. And for payment, you can use a credit card, debit card, or bank account. And now I would like to hand it over to Colin from Campus Sims, who is going to tell you more about how you can get set up with a US phone number before you can even arrive. Colin, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Campus Sims is it's pretty simple. We are part of Mint Mobile, which is a medium-sized mobile provider in the United States that's part of the T-Mobile network. And what we do is we focus specifically on international students in the United States. So we've built our plans to kind of fit your needs. So we don't require a social security number. We accept international credit cards. We allow you to activate via eSIM through a landing page specifically for UC San Diego students. And you can do it in your home country before you leave. And then we also do provide physical SIM cards on campus when you do arrive. And all of those come with 1 month of free service to kind of help you get started right away. So we try and really think about the needs of the international student and understand kind of what issues you're commonly going to come into and have solutions for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Colin. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop it. Either feel free to drop it in our chat, and then we can handle it at the end of the webinar, or you can definitely visit Campus's website or ISU's website for more information. Thank you again. And now let's transition into transportation. So whether you're figuring out how to get from the airport to campus or how to get around once you're here, we have got you covered. We also have a partner joining us in this section who provides shuttle services between LAX and San Diego, so they will also share more about in that just a bit. So if you're flying into Los Angeles International Airport or LAX, the way that we usually refer it to, you have a few options to get down to San Diego. There are shuttle services like LAS Link, which is a provider we have a trusted relationship with, and Relaxen. You can also take a bus like Greyhound or Flixbus, and some Flixbus routes actually stop right at UC San Diego. Another option is Amtrak, which departs from LA Union Station, the closest Amtrak station to our La Jolla campus. The closest Amtrak station to our La Jolla campus is the Solana Beach station, and from there you can hop on the 101 Breeze bus to get into the campus. Amtrak also offers students 50% off on Pacific Surfliner and other California routes, which is a really nice benefit. And now if you're flying into the San Diego International Airport, getting to campus is even easier and faster. There's a free shuttle that takes you from the airport to the Old Town Transit Center, and from there you can take the Blue Line trolley, which is San Diego MTS trolley, directly into La Jolla and the UC San Diego campus. You can also take the bus route 992, which stops at the airport. You will need to transfer, but you can ride free with your Triton Wheel Pass or pick up a $5 one-day MTS pass. Other options include rideshare through Lyft, which we also have a campus partnership with, and taxis, which run about $50 or more to campus, or private shuttle service for about $20 each way. And once you're on campus, there are lots of ways to get around, which also we have more detailed information in page 46 of our SurfChat guide. So you'll see scooters all over campus that you can rent through Spin app. Spin offers a discounted unlock pass for all Tritons, which removes the unlock fee for each ride, and lower income students can also ride as little as $0.1 per minute. And if biking or skateboarding is more your style, the UCSD Bike and Skate Shop offers repairs and gear. And of course, we have UCSC campus shuttles that runs regular routes around the campus. And then here's a quick visual of the different types of transportation available to you. You have got UC San Diego shuttles, MTS buses, the MTS trolley, rideshare through Lyft, and your Triton U-Pass, which gives you free access to most MTS routes. And for getting around off campus, the UCSC shuttle system also connects you to the satellite campuses around San Diego, like Convoy, Hillcrest, and Scripps. MTS is San Diego's public transit system, which includes buses and a trolley. Students can use their U-Pass for most MTS routes, which is really convenient. For example, you can easily get to La Jolla Shores using the MTS system, bus and trolleys. And you can also use Uber or Lyft for on-demand rides. Both are apps where you can hail a car right from your phone, and don't forget about campus partnership with Lyft. The Coaster is a commuter train that runs along the coast between Oceanside and downtown San Diego, and it has some really beautiful views. And for longer trips around the US, you can definitely use Flixbus, Amtrak, and Greyhound that operates through the entire country. And if you ever get lost on campus, check out the UCSC maps and UCSC campus waypoints. There are location markers on light posts around campus with QR codes. You can just scan one with your phone and it will open the campus map center on your location, showing you nearby buildings, dining options, campus services, and public art, etc. And if you're ever walking around campus after dark, you can call 858-535-9255 for a safety escort. The service runs from sunset to sunrise 365 days a year. And for even more details on transportation, check out the Surf Check Guide. Page 16, page 13 covers arranging transportation from the airport, and page 45 covers getting around the campus. And now I would like to hand it over to Adam from LAX Link, our trusted partner, who can tell you more about their shuttle service between LAX and San Diego. Adam, over to you.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for those of you that are joining this from whatever country you're in. I'm sure that it's like late at night or early in the morning, so you guys get to talk to me, and thank you for being here. So I've got a shuttle company I run with my wife. My wife is over here. She'll probably peek her head in because that's what she should. We started this company together. She's from Poland. Come on over here, Zuza. Um, so for those of you that have never been to the United States, this is my wife, Zuza. We run this company together. For those of you who have never been to the United States, or maybe you're coming back, you can fly into the San Diego airport, but it's just significantly more expensive. And also, there's very few direct flights into the San Diego airport. And so, if you fly into San Diego airport, there's a possibility your flight's canceled or delayed or whatever, and you get stuck in Atlanta, Georgia, or Cleveland, or somewhere you don't want to get stuck. I don't know. You just want to get to campus. And so, a lot of people fly, a lot of people, even San Diego people, California people, to get to San Diego, you fly into LAX, the Los Angeles airport. It's a lot cheaper and there's direct flights into the Los Angeles airport. So we knew that when we started this company. And so to come up with a solution for all of the San Diego people, including all the college students that come down from Los Angeles to San Diego, we started a shuttle and we decided to have the most reliable shuttle, which we do. We've got 2,000 five-star Google reviews. We have the cheapest shuttle, and we run 6 times a day. And so where we drop off very close to the campus. I advise people that when you're gonna fly in, as soon as you get your airplane tickets, again, I recommend flying into LAX. But as soon as you get your airplane tickets, then just get on our website as well, which you can see is the LAX Link shuttle. And from there, you just buy a shuttle ticket, and it's $59 to come down to the campus. And then obviously, if you've got your family coming to visit you, or your friends come to visit you, or if you need to go up to LAX for the day or LA for the day, you can use the shuttle. People use it even if they're not flying.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, this is one of our reviews because you can see right now people are really happy with the service. They do get to talk to Adam on the phone. He is providing customer service. He's really, really, very nice. And if your airplane is ever delayed, just let us know. We'll help you out and move you to the next shuttle. We really work with you to make sure you will get to and from campus whenever you need it, and work with airlines and their crazy schedule and how problematic they are. We do the best to help you out. So that's very nice as well.
And we've got
Yeah.
we've got a WhatsApp number.
Yep.
So for people from all over the world, our WhatsApp number is right there. There you go. It's on the bottom of this thing. But it's also our website is super usable for people from all over the world, and just you can text us on WhatsApp, and we'll do our very best to help
Yeah.
you out.
The closest pickup drop-off point to you guys in the campus is the one that has a yellow arrow that says Sorrento Valley. That's on the website on your ticket. You'll have all of the information, but just in case, the Sorrento Valley is the closest one to the campus.
Yeah. Hey, and we'd love to have you. My again, it's not like a gigantic corporation. That's us. That's my wife and I. We've got awesome drivers, really, really nice people to work for us. Zuza works for a computer company for her regular job. I have a regular job. I work for the police here in San Diego. I think that our company is very safe, incredibly safe. That's important to us and very reliable. We're not going to leave you at the airport stranded in a bad situation. In fact, we've never canceled a trip in 3.5 years. And so I think that's good.
Yeah, and as you can see on the photos, this is our shuttles. All of them have gigantic LAX Link logo, so you cannot miss us at the airport when you get picked up. All of the vehicles are very well marked, so you know exactly this is the right vehicle to go to, and you can be safe and know that this is our company that you can trust.
Thank you and welcome to campus.
Thank you very much. We're excited to see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adam, Susan. And again, also thank you for your detailed introduction on LAS Link. Again, LAS Link is a trusted partner of us, and which I really appreciate this partnership. And everyone, please drop in a question for Adam or Susan about LAS Link, and we'll be happy to handle it after the webinar. Or also check out their website at laslink.com. Thanks again.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, now let's continue into where to buy groceries and other essentials here in San Diego. Here are a ton of options both near campus and around San Diego. So for dedicated grocery stores, some of the big names you will see are Vons, Ralph's, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods Market, Aldi, Sprouts Farmers Market, Food for Less Pavilions, Amazon Fresh, etc. These ranges from budget-friendly to more premium, so you will have plenty of options depending on your budget. And if you're looking for a one-stop shop where you can get groceries and other essentials like toiletries, cleaning supplies, and school supplies, definitely check out Target and Walmart. Costco and Sam's Clubs are also great for buying in bulk, but keep in mind that they both require a membership. And for prescriptions and everyday health items, the main pharmacy chains are CVS, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. These also carry snacks, toiletry, and other basics. And when you're setting up your living space, some popular stores for furniture and home essentials are World Market, Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington, IKEA, etc. Many of these are great for finding affordable options, and they are all accessible to the buses and that goes around campus. And San Diego also has a variety of international grocery stores, which is great if you're looking for ingredients from your home. From Chinese groceries, for example, check out 99 Ranch Market. For Korean, there's H Mart and Zion Market. And for Japanese, you have American Market, Nijiya Market, and Mitsuwa. For Indian groceries, there's Cash and Carry in Miramar. And there's also Balboa International Market, Seafood City Supermarket, and Carnival Market around. You can also shop for groceries online, which can be really convenient, especially when you first arrive. Instacart and Amazon Fresh deliver from a variety of stores. We and Yummy Buy are great for Asian groceries specifically, and delivery apps such as Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and Postmates can also pick up groceries for you. And right on campus, there's a Target on level 2 of Price Center West. It is a smaller campus store with products tailored to students, staff, and faculty. And it also has a CVS pharmacy inside. There's also the General Store Co-op, which is a student-run nonprofit that sells school supplies, snacks, and convenience items at low prices. Each college also has its own market on campus. John's Market is at Mirror, Paper Canyon Market is at Warren, Seventh Market is at 7th, Rogers Market is at Reval, Sixth Market is at 6th, and Sunshine Market is at Price Center. These are all great places for quick grabs between classes. And then let's talk about photo IDs. Having valid photo ID is really important in the US, so let's cover what your options are here. Your passport, first of all, is always a valid form of ID, but you may also want to consider getting a California driver's license or a real ID, which is essentially a California state ID card. A real ID is federally accepted form of identification, and it's marked with a go bear and a star, and it can be used for things like flying within the US, and things like that, and traveling. It's a really convenient alternative to carrying your passport around. But just to keep in mind that a real ID is only used for photo identification and is not an evidence of legal presence in the US. You can also find more details in the Surf Chat guide on page 28. And to get an ID card at DMV, you will need to make sure your CVS record is activated, you have completed an ID card application, and bring a few documents, including your valid I-20, I-94 record, original passport, your social security card or social security denial letter, and 2 residency documents that show your name and addresses. You also need about $33 for the application fee. At a DMV, some services are walk-in, so check the website beforehand. Plan to set aside at least 2 to 3 hours. You'll get a number, wait to be called, provide a thumbprint and a take photo, and then your ID card will be mailed to you. In the meantime, they will also give you an official paper that acts as your ID. And then you will also get a UCSC student ID here, which is issued by Student Financial Solutions at the Student Service Center, Suite 355. You can also access a virtual version of the ID through the UCSC app. If you ever lose your card, visit the Lost and Found office and you can find info on how to replace it on their website. Your student ID is used for a lot of things. You need it to access your meal plan at campus dining, get into a residence hall, check out books at library, use recreation facilities, and get discounts on recreation classes, and receive services at student halls, etc. On top of that, you can also use your student ID to show your affiliation to on UCSC shuttles, participate in associate students, which is student government that we have here, their voting and events, get discounts on free admission to sporting events and campus activities, get discounts through UCSC box office, and access even more discounts on local arts, entertainment, computers, etc. And then let's shift gears a bit and talk about social media. This is actually a big part of how students stay connected and find information here in the US. So the first one up is definitely Instagram, which is probably the most important one to know. A lot of UCS departments and student orgs post events and updates here. So if you want to stay on the loop, definitely follow departments and organizations like ICO. Our Instagram handle is iStudents at UCSC. Discord is another super popular option for classes and students communities. It might be most known as the channels for video gamers, but you can think of it as like a group chats, as like a combination of group chats, but it's like more organized, where people can use it to share notes, ask questions, and just hang out online. And LinkedIn is one of the most important professional and job-seeking platforms we use here in the US. It's a great place and one of the major platforms where you can build your network early, if as a student, connect with your classmates, alumni, recruiters, and seeking for potential job opportunities and career options. And you're also welcome to check out ISCO's very own LinkedIn page to stay up to date. And then there's a bunch of others like TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Snapchat. You don't need all of them, but you'll probably naturally pick up the ones that your friends use. And among these, for example, Be Real is a smaller community app where you can take pictures and upload instantly, sharing with your friends and family. Reddit is more like a forum-based platform that's known for the diversity of communities it offers. And then WhatsApp is another popular messaging app that I believe is widely used, not just in the US, but also worldwide. Okay, now let's talk about something really important, off-campus housing. So for housing, we really recommend starting with UCSC off-campus housing website. You will see it on slide here. It's specifically designed for students, so it's a lot more reliable than random listings online. There's also the Surf Check guide on page 16, which talks through the basics, things like how to start searching, what to expect, and how to get started. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, that's definitely a really good place to begin with. And when you actually apply for housing, there are a few things to keep in mind, and few things that landlords typically ask for. So you might need documents like bank statements, your I-20, or some kind of proof that you or your family can financially support a rent. Some places might even ask for a credit score, which can be tricky if you are new to the US, but also noted here that there are options that don't require it. And in some cases, you may need a guarantor or a co-signer. So just keep in mind that, just keep that in mind as you plan as needed. And there's a really important one to keep in mind, that is to please be careful about housing scams. The slides listed some common warning signs like prices that are way lower than normal, or someone asking you to send money before you even see the place. And then the big one is that if they pressure you to act quickly or avoid showing the property. And a good rule of thumb in general is just to never send money upfront without verifying something first. And if you're unsure, UCSC has resources centers like student legal services to help with reading the housing contracts and answer questions with legal matters when it comes to looking for off-campus housing. And if you're not able to secure housing right away, there are also transitional options. For example, here we have the Solana Beach Host Family Program, which is a program that you can stay with a local host family for a short period of time when you first arrive. It's free and can be a really nice way to adjust to new environment before finding something more permanently. And if you want more detailed guidance, we also offer pre-arrival webinars specifically focused on housing. The link on the slide, new student webinars at ucs.edu. We have sessions that go deeper into the process, so definitely check that out if you still have questions. And then switching to something more fun, things to do once you're here. So first up, we have, a few different pages listed here on our server check. Page 30, 54, 61 that highlights activities around San Diego. So no matter if you're into beaches, food, or just exploring the city, there's a lot of ideas to get you started. So on campus, there are a lot going on. First of all, make sure to check out, iStudent at events at advents.ucs.edu, excuse me, which lists all ISU's programming and events. And then definitely check out everything on the slides from student event calendar, which is the gross calendar that lists all the events and programming going on around the entire campus from different orgs and departments. To theater performances, art galleries, and recreation facilities, etc. I personally have worked in the theater department as a stage manager in the past 2 years, and I really strongly recommend you to check out all the cool shows that department does every single quarter. And also all free shows to UCSC students and feature the student actors, graduate and undergrads. And then there are also, recreational options here on the campus like craft center, climbing gyms, swimming pools, and game rooms. And they're all just like pretty commutable experience, no matter if you live off or on campus. So yeah, everything is just not academics. There's also plenty to do outside of class. And on page 36 of SurfCheck, we highlighted a couple art pieces you can find out here around campus: the Warren Bear, the Snake Path, as well as the Fallen Star. With their location, and also with their location and origins that you can read about. Definitely go check them out whenever you have a chance on campus. Especially, I believe you had to make reservations to get into Fallen Star in a little house. To visit like into the house. So definitely, if you are interested, make sure to take your reservation early. And on page 31, we got more recommendations for you in terms of attractions in the campus neighborhood, including where to hike, where to enjoy beautiful views at the beach, and parks to hang out around in San Diego. And most importantly, our favorite food places around San Diego. So definitely check that out. And if you're thinking to go onto, road trips in Southern California or even further, check out page 34 where we provide a series of places to drive into in California outside of San Diego. For example, there's Coronado Island, Palm Springs, Santa Barbara, Joshua Tree National Park, etc., where you will enjoy different types of views, exclusive provided by California. But definitely remember to always drive safe. Great. I believe that's the entirety of the content in SurfCheck, and please drop any question in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them. Since I was basically in charge of compiling and just putting up all this information. And yeah, and also this subtract is also contributed by a lot of the international student leaders around the campus, from associate students, state governments, college council, student org, etc. And also they're not here today, but just a shout out for them to kind of keep the information renewed and most up to date for the incoming students. And yes, Gabby, and then I'll hand it over to you to wrap it up.
Thank you so much, Ziyi. And yes, huge round of applause to Ziyi and all of our student leaders who put this guide together. This is really a unique guide that other institutions have asked a lot about, so it's quite unique. We don't know a lot of other universities that offer it, to have that student voice in creating a guide for our students, which is really, really important. So just huge shout out to all of you. I'm just going to wrap up today's presentation. As you mentioned, please go ahead and put in some questions in the chat if you have any of them. I've put in links to the SurfCheck guide, as well as our partners who are here today, their services, so you can access those. But please feel free to put those questions in while I wrap up with the last few slides here. Next slide, please. All right. So I just want to review briefly here the different offerings of programs that we have throughout the year for all of our students at UC San Diego. So I mentioned earlier that of course, we want our international students to become involved, to become engaged, to get to know their students. And we want to make sure that you're not only getting to know other international students, but domestic students as well. So these programs are open to all, including our global coffee hours. This is just a relaxed way to get to meet other students, other staff, and folks who work here at ISCO. We hold these on a monthly basis, and during orientation, we'll actually be offering them 3 times. So you'll be learning more about that in our orientation programming messaging that will go out this summer, to come grab coffee, free donuts, get to mingle with one another. We also have English in Action, which is a conversation partner program where you get to practice your English with a native speaker here in San Diego, and they in turn get to learn more about you and your language and your culture. So If you're looking for a way to just practice your English fluency, get more comfortable with it, this is a wonderful program to be a part of. It's one of our longest running programs, easily 30 years, about 30 years, I want to say, old. We also have our Triton Trekkers program. We partner with Outback Adventures here on campus, who provide incredible outdoor experiences for all of our students. This particularly is for international students exploring San Diego for the first time. So this could be kayaking in the ocean. This could be going on a hike out in Anza Borrego Desert. You name it. There are so many different things to do in San Diego, and we are so close to so much natural beauty. This is a wonderful way to bond with others and get to see the great outdoors. We also encourage our students to become part of ISAC here, the International Student Advisory Council. This is a group of student leaders, those who want to have their voices heard, make sure that we know what you're experiencing as international students so that we can advocate for you at the highest levels of leadership on campus. This group meets monthly with various different agenda items to discuss. We hope you'll consider joining that. And then finally here we have our game night and our craft events. These are wonderful events, very relaxed, just to get to know one another, play various different games, learn new ones. Our craft event, this is in partnership with our craft center on campus, which is a phenomenal place. We have both a craft center and a glass center on campus to create all sorts of different things. So whether you are well versed in the arts and you're very artistic and you've taken part in a lot of these activities before, or you've never done it before, there's something for everyone here. So we encourage you to join. All of these here are listed at iprograms.ucsd.edu for you to explore. I want to spend a couple minutes just to go over our peer mentor programs that we have for both undergraduate students as well as our graduate students. Our first is the Global Ambassadors Program, or GAP, which is a summer-long peer mentorship program that connects incoming undergraduate international students with student mentors, those who are here, who know the landscape of UCSD and can tell you more. This QR code does go to the old form, so please don't use this. Just go to gap.ucsd.edu. That will take you straight to the GAP information page where you can sign up to be a mentee. And once you are, you've confirmed your enrollment at UC San Diego, you can be matched to a mentor during the summer. And then for our graduate students, we have our Grad Pals program. So Grad Pals, very similar to our GAP program. This matches you with a current graduate student here so that you can get to know what to expect. Before coming to campus, what campus is like, what life is like in the lab, what life is like teaching, and so on and so forth. This connects you as well over the summer, and then there are opportunities once you arrive to socialize with your mentor when you get to campus. So you can see there, if you have any questions about the Grad Pals program or GAP, you can go to our peer mentorship page. I'll put that link in the chat so you can look at both of them. And you can also go to, iprograms.ucsd.edu, and that will allow you to ask more questions. We can give you more information about what to expect on both of those programs. Let me just put this in the chat. We also have our Get CCR program. So this is an opportunity to gain experience outside of the classroom in various different international, globally engaged activities. Your CCR, your co-curricular record, is something unique to UC San Diego, where you can get actual credit alongside your official transcript for taking part in extracurricular activities outside of your academics. This is an amazing way to get involved in programs here at ISCO and other global programs at iHouse and other parts of campus. So check out the getccr.ucsd.edu and get credit for your participation in some of these programs that we were talking about today as you make your way through your academic studies. Then I want to go over our iEvents calendar. So this is a sort of one-stop shop for global events happening all over campus and in the community. So iEvents.ucsd.edu will give you a snapshot of everything that's happening the week and the month ahead, including our coffee hours, all of our different workshops that we offer, events around orientation, our mentor programs. So this compiles this nicely in one place for you to view. Some last additional resources here just to go through as we wrap up. So some important deadlines and reminders for folks to be aware of. We know that many of our undergraduate students in particular just received access to confirm their admission to UC San Diego This means you can request your visa documents. So please do that now at iservices.ucsd.edu. Middle of this past month and ongoing, you can begin to apply for your on-campus housing. The deadlines for first-year students is May 7th to submit your housing application, June 7th for transfer students. I know graduate housing is a little bit different. It's on a rolling basis, but make sure when you go to grad housing, you are aware of all the deadlines and contract pieces to be aware of. In July, this is the deadline for everyone to submit health immunization requirements and complete the OPHD training. So if you go to studenthealth.ucsd.edu or go into your applicant checklist, that information to complete those trainings are listed there. And then finally in September, this is, of course, when our students arrive. This is move-in, check-in, tuition is due. New international student orientation is also happening during this time. We are currently working on those dates for orientation and we'll release them soon. They will be at iorientation.ucsd.edu. And those orientation sessions are run in a hybrid format, meaning that you are able to access these sessions online without having to be on campus if you're not quite here yet or settled into campus, but we also have in-person social engagement activities as well. All right, and our next webinar in our pre-arrival webinar series, our last one is on May 5th. This is regarding the SEVIS transfer process. So any of you who are currently in the US at another US institution with an F1 visa and would like to transfer your SEVIS record to UC San Diego, this is going to be a very important webinar to watch. It will go through all the steps on how to do so because it doesn't happen automatically. You do have to request specifically to have your SEVIS record transferred. It's very important. You can view this and all webinars because they will be recorded and posted at inewstudentwebinars.ucsd.edu. All right, we'd like to open it up to questions. I know we've had a couple, but I'm happy to stay online. I know our partners are as well. If there are any questions from our audience in the last couple of minutes here. Well, we understand this is a lot of information. Even if you don't have questions now, we definitely understand you might have them later. So we encourage you to get in touch with us. Again, review this webinar, review the other ones that we have posted earlier that have taken place earlier this spring. We have a whole host of them on our website. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to ISCO. Oh, that's it. We have our, if we can go back, I think we have our contact, should have our contact information. All right. If you need to get in touch with us, we have our iContact. I'll just put in the chat here. iContact.ucsd.edu. You can also find us on our website. Our social media accounts are linked there as well. So please feel free to join up into our Instagram, our Facebook. We post a lot of updates regularly throughout the year and throughout the summer as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you again to our great partners for being here today. And we are looking forward to seeing you this fall. Have a great day or evening wherever you are. Thanks, everyone.